Hello, I'm Maxwell, and I help teach young men find purpose in life. Today, I want to talk about the price of a man. This philosophy that I've been thinking about, which what determines us as individuals. We're caught up in a reality where we always want to think, what is a man? What virtues and disciplines and traits correlates with this fantasy of being a man? Now, I do want to change it on the traditional standpoint of not just, responsibility, strength, career focus, goal-orientated, purpose, so forth, is the presence. The depth and awareness that a man should have. I think to individuals in my life, like mentors, my grandfather, my father, and other older friends, is the presence that they are giving you is worth so much more. Of course, it's not just the knowledge and the help that they can give to you, but it's their presence. When you look into their eyes, they are clear and decisive. I think of a lot of younger men when I was throughout high school and middle school, is you would stare someone in the eyes and they wouldn't be there. Maybe we are a generation built up on ADHD and instant gratifications. Hell, I was almost an iPad kid. And stuff like that really influences your consciousness. Think of to the time that you've met individuals that you thought, holy shit, I want this person to be my friend, or I want this woman to be my wife, is on the presence that they had. You looked that woman in the eyes and you could see into her soul, and she was right there looking at you. You talk to that friend and he's so intellectual and present and clear in his talks, compared to that buddy from school where he's so dopamined out, where he looks at you, he stares through you. You're talking to him and he's not even present. He's so neurotic and all over the place. It is dumbfounded to even talk to a person like that. The more you get on your spiritual journey, after you get rid of the stresses of your physical health, your frame, your finances, whatever, and you can set time to find spiritual belief, is in the power of consciousness. Everything is clear and decisive because we have these monkey brains inside of us that runs off ancestral instinct. Certain things, neurotic things, PTSD, so forth, anxiety, they can run through you. But only when you can take some deep breaths and round yourself off into this idea of, this is who I am in the present sober moment. Then your value as a person can be weighed. Like watching this video, for example, you could be scrolling right now. You could be thinking about other stuff. Sure, maybe I'm not entertaining. I don't really give a shit. You're having a fucking monkey brain because you can't sit down and look someone in the eyes. When you have the confidence of who you are as an individual in this very moment, you will go throughout the world and succeed. You go through a job interview, you're just in the moment. They ask you a question, you think about it. You're not anxious thinking about the position of your feet, how your hands are, your tone of voice. You just who you are in your present. So what can really help with this is pulling back from the short-term instant gratifications, things that relax you into your instinct. Think of porn, think of scrolling on your phone, sweet treats. The more you can delay things and do the hard work, things like reading books, meditating, breath work, those things really grow you. Now, what I really want to emphasize is the power of this. Sure, being present conscious is nice when you're talking to an individual, but have you ever tried to get work done and you have brain fog? You're not even present, but you are going throughout life. You're a husk and a mediocre man. You're pathetic. Someone has to say that to you so you can reground your life in a sense of clarity, because we are measured by how much we are up here. Of course, there's value that you give and your frame of life and other things like that. But we're all conscious intellectual beings, are we not? So if you do have purposeful work, if you do have things in your life going for you, the more you can be clear and give it your all. Through every moment that I found that I failed was a time where I wasn't in my mind correctly. Whether I was actually high or intoxicated, it doesn't matter. The times that I got too much in my head. Like I was with a girl recently, she's very pretty, very nice. And I just kind of forgot about my mojo. I was like looking at the perspective in third person in the very moment. You know how that girl felt? She felt like this guy can't even be in the presence with me, and that's gonna weird her out. Every time you failed, every time you knew that you should have done something else, but you failed to do the appropriate thing, was in a moment where you were not conscious enough, clear enough, rational. And it's so important to have our focus on things that deserve it. If you're a young man trying to become an entrepreneur, or work out, or better yourself in any way, journal, meditate, read, learn, get better with women, it's all about the presence that we can put into it. It's a good skill when you can watch a video, like an educational video, for 2 hours without even thinking about being distracted. That's the skill you can get to, where you're completely undivided. And it is protecting yourself. Diet is so important. If you have too much carbs and you're not built for carbs, you will have this brain fog. You will try to get work done, but you physically can't because your body's digesting or things like that. You ate something or drank. You didn't sleep enough. You didn't rest enough. You overdid it the day prior. Things really do matter when it comes to the level of clarity you have. So finding a healthy diet and lifestyle that optimizes your presence and ability to be productive towards a task is so important. And it's things like, I don't even have my notifications turned on my phone. You want to know why? Because I could be recording this video right now and a notification would pop up and then I would be distracted and then I wouldn't be present and then I would give you a shitty YouTube video. So I respond to messages when I decide to. You know what pisses me off nowadays is when I hear a ping and I look at my phone and I think, fuck, it's a message. I just lost my attention. Things like that. So hopefully this wasn't too much of a ramble. I'm not a rambling guy. But hopefully this has changed your perspective on who you should become. A man built in the depth of his consciousness. Because when you go throughout life, and you start realizing everyone is brainless zombies, you will use that to your power to succeed over them and meet amazing people and truly expand people in the presence that you can give them and you can find in them. So I'm Maxwell. Again, I help teach people find purpose in life. I'd really appreciate if you'd like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one.